You are listening to the CWL podcast. Are you ready? Good morning, everybody. I'm Kate. I am the host of the Creative Women's League podcast, and I am so happy to have you here. I genuinely always am. I'm dragging. I'm so tired. Oh, man. Maybe I'll take a good nap today. How have you been? What is going on in your life? It has been amazing to meet so many of you over in the Facebook group and on Instagram. I put out a couple calls to introduce yourself and you guys answered. It was awesome. I really loved it. So if you aren't over there, head over to Instagram, follow us at Creative Women's League, all one word, and get into that Facebook group. It is so supportive and loving and wonderful. Both spaces are, and I can't wait to meet you. I really can't. I have also had some amazing new reviews over on the podcast on iTunes. On the Wednesday episodes, I read them off to give you a little shout out. It is so much fun. But don't forget to put your Instagram name so I can send people your way. I really want to do that. Today, I had a couple stories to tell you. We have absolutely all been there where we have misread a scenario. We freak out about something, we interject what must be happening, and then we realize, oops, I'm glad that everybody is so prepared. So first I want to say I am glad that everybody is so prepared that people can be kind of rude, kind of crappy, for no reason on the internet. Well, we know that there must be a personal reason why. They're obviously having difficulties with something in their life, and this is how they've chosen to cope with it. But that could also be an overgeneralization. And I do not want you to be so afraid to get out onto Etsy, onto Instagram, because you know that people are just going to heckle you. It genuinely does not happen. It doesn't. And once you're at a level where it maybe starts to happen, that will be one person in a sea of 30, 40,000 voices. At that point, you will have to understand that one crappy person does not make up the opinions of the majority. But we'll get to that then, because it's not going to happen for a long time, okay? I also have my own way to cope with this, because I have two stories to tell you, both of which changed my opinion, one on internet trolls and one on people who I thought were just being mean. So my first story is my cousin was, I think, 9 years old at the time, 10 years old at the time. It was a little while ago at this point, and he is obsessed with sports. Obsessed! He was watching slam dunks and trick shots and whatever else on YouTube. Couldn't get enough. So he's sitting there on our couch with his iPad, watching these things, and he starts laughing so hard. We're like, what happened? He told us about how he put a comment on a YouTube video, and he made some reference like, this video was so long that when I started, Steph Curry was still good. That was it. A 9-year-old boy trying to hang with the guys, trying to just do the doodly thing, comment, make a little shady comment about it. He does not care about Steph Curry, the basketball player. He does not care. He has no hard feelings towards him. He was just trying to be funny because he is a truly witty child. Actually, if anything, he really did believe that Steph Curry was an awesome basketball player. He felt that way. He put that on a video. Within minutes, the whole video comment section was up in arms with him, a 9-year-old boy, sitting with his iPad at his aunt's house. Obviously, nobody knew that. They just thought this guy is an internet troll. How pathetic is this guy? He got death threats for it. That was one of the things that made my cousin laugh out loud because he thought, I wasn't being mean. I was just trying to be funny. I just wanted them to think I was funny. So this changed my mom and I's world forever. We sat there and looked at the person who commented and the thing they said. And we thought, you truly have no idea who is trolling on the internet. And of course, there are going to be people who are malicious and intentionally so. But there's also going to be Dominic's. He had the whole thing up in arms at him. Not cool, man. WTF is wrong with you. Go kill yourself. Literally go kill yourself. To a 9-year-old boy who was just trying to hang with the guys. It changed me big time. Because maybe it's not a Dominic, but you just don't know who's on the other end. You just don't. So now I take that with me. If somebody's really pissing me off and I really feel like I want to get mad at them or comment up a storm, it makes me feel better to just think of a Dominic. There's another situation that changed me and my perception of people forever. I was helping a male guest at the quilt shop, and he was very rude, very curt in his responses, and even made a couple unkind remarks about my physicality. I mean, nothing crazy, but it was just really blunt. You don't expect a male guest to tell you quite how fat you are or quite how much makeup you were wearing at the time, or lack thereof. I did have him tell me that on another visit. None of it was from a mean place. It didn't feel that way. It just felt like at that time standing there, I felt like he thought he could comment on everything and it wouldn't make somebody else uncomfortable. And it really bothered me. I hated seeing him. I saw him about 3 times in total. And on the second time, so at this point, he's up at the front checking out at the quilt shop. He had been unkind to me once. I don't even know how to describe it. Very frank and blunt, verging on rude with me once. On the second time, I helped him the whole time he was in the store, and he was once again very frank and rude. What I would perceive as rude from somebody. And then I'm standing at the front waiting for him to grab his money when my eyes dart to his wrist. There was a blue, one of those like rubber band type Livestrong bracelets with a puzzle piece on it. And for those of you who are not aware, a puzzle piece and blue are the color and the symbol for autism awareness. My heart sank. I got up the courage to say, does somebody you know have autism? And without looking up, still looking for that last dollar, he said, I do. And my whole world changed. Now, this is not to say that everybody with autism has the difficulty socializing in ways that we would all perceive as normal. But I thought about my sweet little nephew who has autism, and I thought about the woman who I would want helping him in the future, potentially. And I just felt like, holy crap, that changed everything. It really changed everything. You don't know who somebody is. You don't know what they're going through. We have all texted a friend who we just know is mad at us, and you realize they've had the worst day ever. That's why they couldn't respond to your 20 text messages. That's why when you said, are you mad at me? They responded with a very curt no. We have all assumed something about somebody, and I want you to stop assuming that the people on the other end of the computer are all just like you. Have the same experiences, the same age, the same comfortability in social situations. Because here's the deal. They might not. It might be a 9-year-old. It could be somebody who is not as comfortable as you or I navigating social scenarios. By the way, on the next visit, when my friend came in, he said, I'm so happy you're here. And he said it just like that. It did not sound happy. But I knew he was because I had walked through the quilt shop with him twice, helping him find the things he needed. Can you imagine? The first time he came in, I thought, what a jerk. And by the last one, I was calling him my friend, and he said he was so happy I was here. But that's because I met him where he was. I finally understood what the scenario was. If he had been a person online, I would have called him an asshole. I would have ranted back at him. But that's just not what was actually happening here. So I don't know. Maybe it's crappy on my part. But I take all the power away from the other person by assuming they're Dominic. By assuming there's somebody who doesn't understand the same social graces I have come to understand. It makes me so much less angry at the other person. It helps me. That's the thing. You're never going to change them. All you have to do is help you through this situation where you have perceived somebody is being mean to you. Maybe they don't know how rude they're coming across. Maybe they're just trying to get a laugh and it's ill-placed. Sweet little Dominic. I'm not saying it is not going to be uncomfortable that first time somebody writes something crappy towards you. I know it'll be heartbreaking. But I hope that even now you can start practicing when you see all those asinine comments on YouTube videos or Facebook. Start practicing changing your outlook at that person. You don't know what they're going through. Maybe they are just angry that day. I've commented pretty rage-filled. Just because I had a bad day and I just did it. And then I've gone back and deleted it. Like, what the hell? Why does that even matter? I love you all. And I hope none of you let the scary nature of trolls or internet hate stop you from your full potential. They ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. You are going to do amazing things. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to my 2 stories today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Head on over to Instagram at Creative Women's League and to the Facebook group, Creative Women's League on Facebook, and let's chat about it over there. Love you so much. Goodbye. You're still here? It's over. Go home.